We are taking a massive gamble that could either solidify our offensive line for a decade or leave our quarterback completely exposed to blindside disasters. The Cleveland Browns just now made a decision at number 9 overall that is sending shockwaves through the league, and the name everyone is talking about is Spencer Fano. While other teams are obsessed with physical prototypes, we are betting on technique and footwork over traditional measurements that usually define an elite left tackle. Spencer Fano is officially the newest protector of the blind side, but the controversy surrounding his physical profile is already heating up. Look at what happened in the Super Bowl where New England's tackle was exposed because of his arm length. And now we have drafted a guy with even shorter reaches at just 32 1/8 inches. It is a bold move that has analysts questioning if he can actually hold up against the massive pass rushers of the AFC North. But here is the thing that really matters right now, because our new head coach, Todd Monken, did not hesitate for a second. He immediately announced that Fano will be the starting left tackle from day one, regardless of what the critics say about his physical limitations. This is a high-stakes play for Andrew Berry, who believes that tackles are just tackles and that natural athleticism can overcome any lack of length. If this really happens and he becomes our next cornerstone, everything changes for us, so subscribe now so you do not miss the next update on how this offensive line reshapes our entire season. We have been searching for a true successor to Joe Thomas since 2017, and the front office is convinced they found him in this Utah standout despite the measurements. Fano himself is not backing down from the noise either, as he arrived in Berea with a massive chip on his shoulder. He told reporters that nobody has the feet or the pure athleticism he brings to the table, and he does not believe the arm length makes a difference in his specific case. We are seeing a complete shift in philosophy where we value movement and tenacity over raw size, and that is exactly why this pick is so polarizing across the NFL. The Browns were the first team to pull the trigger on an offensive lineman in this draft, which shows you exactly how much they value his unique skill set over the prototype. We are locked in, and the plan is set for him to move from his college right tackle spot back to the left side, where he started his career, because we need that elite protection. We have seen flashes of greatness from prospects before, but this situation with our new tackle creates a fascinating gap between his potential and the current reality of the NFL. Todd Monken is banking on the fact that modern offensive systems require more agility and smarter positioning than just long arms to keep defenders at bay. This is the ultimate test of technique versus physical traits, and the pressure on the coaching staff to get this right is immense, because we cannot afford another revolving door at the most important position on the line. The front office is clearly sweating the details of how this transition will work as he moves back to the left side after spending most of his recent time at Utah on the right. We know he has the tenacity and the competitive fire to succeed, but the speed of professional edge rushers is a different beast entirely. It is that specific conflict between his elite footwork and the physical reality of a shorter reach that has everyone in the building holding their breath. If he can use those quick feet to negate the reach advantage of defenders, then we have found a diamond in the rough who fell to us because of a tape measure. But if he gets out-leveraged early in his career, it could shatter the confidence of the entire unit and leave us scrambling for answers again. The legacy of the great tackles who have worn our colors is looming large, and he knows he is following in the footsteps of legends. He is stepping into a role where perfection is the expectation, and any mistake will be magnified by those who doubted his measurements from the start. We are watching a young player who has to prove that the critics are wrong about what it takes to be a light in the trenches. The team has planted their flag, and now it is up to the player to show that his heart and his feet are bigger than his arm span, because we are all counting on him to be the true anchor we need. This decision matters because it directly impacts whether we can win more games this year, or if we will be watching our season go up in smoke due to a weak link. Protecting the quarterback is the only way to ensure we stay competitive in a division that is known for brutal defensive fronts and relentless pass rushes. If our new tackle can lock down that left side, it allows the rest of the offense to open up and gives our playmakers the time they need to execute. This move could help us dominate the line of scrimmage, which is the foundation of every successful championship run we have ever dreamed of. But on the other side of that coin, if he struggles to keep defenders away from the backfield, the entire system falls apart, and we will be forced to keep extra blockers in to help him, which kills our vertical passing game. It is a simple outcome of success or failure that will define the trajectory of the next 3 years for this franchise. We are looking at a situation where a single measurement could be the difference between a Pro Bowl career and a massive draft bust that sets us back several seasons. The coaching staff is putting everything on the line by naming him the starter so early, which shows they have total confidence in his ability to adapt quickly. This is not about complex roster flexibility or long-term development. It is about winning right now with the best talent available on the board. We need him to be the anchor that holds everything together when the pressure is at its highest during the fourth quarter of a division game. If he succeeds, our offense becomes one of the most dangerous units in the league because we will have the stability we have been craving for years. The impact of this pick will be felt in every single snap and every single drop back of the upcoming season. We are all waiting to see if this gamble pays off or if the lack of length becomes a target for every opponent we face on our schedule. Let us look at the best case scenario, because if this works, we have finally found our franchise tackle who can mirror any defender and provide elite protection for the next decade. Imagine him using that incredible athleticism to dance around the biggest stars in the league and making every critic eat their words about his arm length. It would be a masterclass in scouting and a huge win for a front office that dared to look past the standard metrics. But we have to be honest about the worst case scenario too, because if he gets overpowered and the short arms allow defenders to get into his chest, first it could be a disaster.
If it fails, we are looking at a high draft pick who might have to be moved inside to guard or worse, and we are right back to square one searching for a left tackle. The tension is building every day as we get closer to training camp, because this is a decision that cannot be easily undone.
We are either geniuses for seeing the value others missed, or we are repeating the same mistakes that have haunted this team in the past. This isn't just about one player, it is about the identity of our team and whether we can truly build a wall that keeps our stars safe. Every practice and every preseason snap will be scrutinized to see how he handles the reach of NFL veterans who know exactly how to exploit any physical weakness. The emotional stakes are incredibly high for the fans who have been through so much and just want to see a consistent and dominant offensive line. We are all on this ride together, and the outcome of this specific experiment will determine if we are celebrating a deep playoff run or wondering what could have been. The margin for error in the NFL is razor thin, and we are betting the house on a prospect who breaks the traditional mold in every way. It is a fascinating and terrifying reality that will play out in front of our eyes starting this very summer season. At the end of the day, we are looking at a bold and calculated risk that defines the current era of Cleveland football. Spencer Fano has the talent and the mental toughness to be a star, but those 32-inch arms will be the talking point until he proves they do not matter on the field. We are standing behind our new tackle and our coaching staff, but the pressure is undeniably on to deliver results immediately. Be honest with yourselves right now. Would you trust a rookie with shorter arms to protect your franchise quarterback against the best rushers in the world? It is a question that will be answered very soon once the pads come on and the real games begin. This is a defining moment for our team, and we want to know what you think about this move in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you stay ahead of every major update. This isn't just a move for today, it is a decision that will define this team for years. We must win now and keep fighting for our city every single day.